What's up guys, it's Gaz. Welcome to the Warframe video. So we're taking a short break from railjack content to release a video on the new Prime Access. At least one of the weapons of the new Prime Access. One of my favorite parts of it actually. We're doing the Baza Prime today. Don't worry, there'll be more railjack content tomorrow. Just, I know, not many people are putting out videos on the Baza Prime right now, and I feel like people should know about it because it's pretty good. It does have a couple of problems, of course. It still is pretty much a pea shooter as far as I'm concerned. A sneaky pea shooter because it's silent. So let's go over these stats really quick. I'm also going to compare it to the normal Baza as well. So, we got 80 accuracy, 28 crit chance, 3x multiplier, so really good crit multiplier here. Damage fall off is increased from the normal Baza to 30 to 60 meters for the damage fall off, so really good. Got fire rate is 16.67, magazine increased to 60, noise silent, so you don't need to put a silencer on this. It will keep Ivara invisible in her cloak as well, because Ivara needs to be having a silent weapon while in her cloak to not become visible to enemies. Faster reload compared to the normal Baza, 1.1 versus like I think 1.4, and it's very noticeable actually. I like the reload of this thing a lot. Higher status chance by like 2%, and then I believe the base damage is a little bit higher, but we'll check that in a second here. So overall, pretty nice weapon. It does like what, 20 damage per bullet, not exactly super hard hitting. That's why I call it the sneaky pea shooter, but it fires relatively, it has the same base damage. These are the differences right here in stats. So, mostly quality of life buffs. I mean, a little bit more status chance, a little bit more crit chance, but it's mostly quality of life. You get a better magazine size by like a good chunk, and the faster reload. The problem with the Baza before is like, I feel like I was reloading it all the time. Let's quickly fire the normal Baza, and I'll just show you what it means. So, 40 magazine, and then the reload's relatively lengthy. It feels like you're like reloading it more than you're not, honestly. So with the Baza Prime, they patched up that weakness slightly, so it's just a more nice feeling weapon. So let's quickly show the build. We'll show on some enemies, and then I'll take you into a Kuva Flood gameplay. So this is what I'm running currently without, when I don't have my Riven equipped. We'll show the Riven as well a little bit here, but Rivens have random stats, so me showing you what my Riven does is going to be very different than maybe what your Riven does. So this is what I'm running, Viral Hunter Munitions, and keep in mind, you can actually run, instead of this 90% elemental right here, you can run Malignant Force to make your viral procs more consistent, to make your impact procs more consistent, if you want those. And it's actually going to make your Hunter Munitions procs smaller, because the base damage of your crits is going to be what Hunter Munitions is based off of. So what Hunter Munitions does, if you didn't know this already, 30% chance when you crit an enemy, it's going to make that crit into a slash proc as well as doing the normal damage it does. So when you have higher base damage numbers, the crits will be higher as well. Or the slash procs from the crits will as well. So I personally like to run a 90% elemental here just for a little bit of extra damage, but getting that viral consistency might be nice for you as well. We're also running Vigilante Armaments and Vigilante Supplies. For some reason it says we have 4 of the set bonus, but we definitely don't. I think I might be taking the Vigilante set bonus from both my builds together, but this is what I can do. I can't really make it not bugged. I'm not working at DE making the bugs not happen, so basically a standard viral Hunter Munitions crit build, and with this new Exilus mod slot, you can get this little tiny bonus to make your yellow crits and orange crits sometimes. So, with Point Strikes we're at 70%, with Vital Suns we're 6.6. So, let's quickly show on some enemies here. We do have Corrosive Projection equipped, keep that one in mind. We'll start level 100. This is Viral HM, so it's going to be really good against the Bombards, not as good against the Gunners. So, start with her. See that orange crit? That was from the Vigilante set bonus. So, since we crit her so many times there, the slash procs are going crazy, and she's going to bleed out to the slash procs. So that's the power of a Viral Hunter Munitions setup. It halves their HP, and it also puts a bunch of slash procs on them, so that the halved HP bar is getting shredded by the slash. So pretty good combination if you can hit headshots. If you hit body shots with this setup, guys, it does much less damage. So let's show some body shots on her. No headshot multiplier from those slash procs. It's much weaker. See that? 96 slash procs for the most part. On the headshots, it's doing more. 388 slash proc there. So obviously go for headshots. Duh. On this guy, it's gonna look really good because he's mostly armor. His EHP is mostly composed of armor and a tiny health bar. The Corrupted Heavy Gunner has a similar situation, but they have different health damage type or armor types. So yeah, overall, just Bombards get shredded by slash, is what I'm trying to tell you. So pretty good. We're killing these guys in less than a magazine, pretty much, with no ribbon, so. But they are only level 100, and we're going all for headshots. This is not exactly a realistic situation. These guys are paused. I'm just trying to show you guys how, like, the maximum damage would be if you were the headshot god. So, let's bump them up to level 170. Keeping in mind we only have one corrosive rejection. These are fully armored, corrupted heavies, so just keep that one in mind. We also have a corrosive hunter munitions build, which I don't think is as good, but for these gunners you might want to actually use it. Alright, so there we go. That's an entire magazine when they're level 170. The slash procs are still doing really good, but it's not going to kill her in one magazine like before. So, I'm not going to even waste your time by killing all these enemies. We'll kill the bombard, though. See, like, the way armor scaling works in this game, the higher level they are, it just becomes totally messed up at higher levels. The viral proc ran off, so he got his HP back. So that's another thing. Like, that's where having the 260-60 mods might be nice for you. It's keeping the viral proc up if you're fighting some stupidly high level enemy, which not a lot of people do. This thing, I personally found it to be nice for like middle range engagements. Like the 60 meters damage drop off is the maximum range for this. Also, look at this screwed up enemy right here. I know this guy's worse, the elite Exo Elite Lancer, but this guy's got 1,000 health, 1,000 armor at base, 2,000 health at base. So we'll show the ribbon on him. Keeping in mind, these guys don't go to level 170, they go to level 80. So we'll do level 80 for him. Their armor can't be reduced, their armor is basically just unbreakable, so. We'll see if the slash procs help us out here. This is the corrosive build, by the way, same thing, basically just swapping the cold mod for electric. It works just fine. So we're going to swap out Vigilante armaments for my Riven, and we'll just keep the build like this. This should be fine. So the Riven is punch through, critical chance, damage minus zoom. So this gets us over 100% crit chance. So every bullet will be a crit guaranteed, with 11% chance to be a orange crit. And then since we have this Vigilante set bonus on our Exilus mod here, it's going to be a 5% chance to make that orange crit into a red crit. So we might actually see red crits with this setup, okay? This is not exactly, honestly, I wouldn't even be fighting this enemy. I'd just be running past this enemy and not even dealing with it. But these enemies do exist, and I just want to show you like what the new most annoying beefy enemies are. So, yeah, she might bleed out here. I really doubt it. Okay, that is one of the most annoying enemies in the game right now. They're on a ship surrounded by other Grenier as well, so they're pretty rough to fight, honestly. So let's go back to the bombard. I'm gonna get you into some mission gameplay here, and I'm gonna let you guys know if I think I suggest this or not. Honestly, this weapon is pretty good, but like I said, it's a pea shooter. If you want like a higher damage weapon, like per shot, there's lots of options out there that are much better for just like mowing down stuff. Like the I think the Quelor is pretty good. The as far as prime weapons, there's like the Tiburon Prime's still pretty good. I mean, its Riven's got nerfed really hard, but I mean, that's just how it is. Like, Rivens overall are just weaker nowadays than they were like a year ago, so there's also lots of other options. Let me get some other options for you guys. There's the Fulman. Fulman's actually really good on Ivara because the primary fire is silent. You could use something like the Ignis Wraith, the Prisma Gurkata, which is pretty similar to this thing in terms of stats, but it's not silent. It has much higher status chance too, so I love the Prisma Gurkata, so you might want to try that one out. There's also like all the Kuva weapons, the Kuva Karak, which we still need to do a video on. The Exceltra. I think the Exceltra is probably just better than this thing overall, but it's a different weapon for sure. Yeah, the Exceltra is going to actually kill a core like relatively easily for the cruise ships. The Baza is terrible for killing cruise ship cores, guys, so that's one of the reasons I'm not really going to be running it much, is because I'm running a lot of railjack gameplay, or a lot of railjack missions lately, and the first time I used the Baza on the core of the cruise ship, it took like 3 magazines to kill it. I'm like, that's way too slow, so that's why I usually got like the Cernos Prime equipped, or something along those lines, something that can one-shot the core, because most likely I'll be using my melee weapon against the soldiers, and the weapon I have is mostly for killing the objectives. So Cernos Prime is what I'm using there, or that new weapon, the Shedu, which we'll have a video on in the future. I want to get room for that before I make a video first, though. So, as you see, like, these are infested guys, and it's like a viral HM build. Not exactly suited for them, but I mean, it's doing pretty well. So, another thing to keep in mind, guys, this thing looks like it has projectiles, but it's actually a hit scan weapon. At first I was like, wait, did they seriously make the Baza a projectile weapon? Like, what a nerf. No, it's just they're visual, like, fake projectiles, and it actually is a hit scan weapon, guys, so don't worry about that. And the funny thing is, like, if you use something that increases projectile like flight speed, it will increase the damage drop off, but the projectiles, like, they're just dummy projectiles, pretty much is what I'm trying to say. If you can use, like, Zephyr's third augment, it's going to increase the damage fall off, because if you didn't know this, projectile flight speed, it still does affect weapons that don't have projectiles. It makes the effective range longer. I didn't know that for the longest time, and I just thought that it did nothing. No, it actually does do something. So, you gotta keep that one in mind when you're maybe rolling a Riven or something like that. So yeah, I mean, we're taking this pretty slowly with Ivara. As you see, like, we're not going visible. That's with the whole you need to be silenced while in Ivara's prowl thing. And yeah, that's why they definitely made Baza Prime with Ivara Prime. Like, they could have made a bow, which would have been nice, but you know, they're saving Daikyu Prime for somebody else, I guess. So I don't know who it's gonna be with. It definitely would have suited Ivara very nicely, because we haven't had a Prime bow in a while. Like, the last Prime bow was Cernos Prime, I believe, and that's vaulted right now. So I guess it's just the Paris Prime is the only Prime bow you can currently farm. I might be wrong about that, but that's unfortunate. Paris Prime isn't bad, but I mean, like, some new bows would be nice. I think Daikyu Prime is on the horizon for sure, guys. Maybe with Neja Prime, or it would be a bit odd to have with Titania Prime, but on the other hand, Axamati Prime is very odd with Ivara Prime, so they can just do whatever they want. I personally consider Axamati Prime filler, like a filler Prime item, but they're still really good, so it's not like it matters. It's good filler, and they do have a hidden passive, so we'll go over that in the video on the Axamati Prime. But it's not like a good hidden passive. It's just it's kind of it's a downside in some areas actually. So now see, like, we're getting the body shots with the Hunter munitions there, and it's like not really doing much. So in these situations, you probably don't even need Hunter munitions. You could throw another damage mod in that slot, and it's not going to really make a huge difference, but it might be nice. I mean, you're not going to be getting all these crazy slash procs and all that stuff, so you might want to remember to put it on against some, like, armored Grenier, because slash procs against armored Grenier just, like, destroys them. I almost said a pretty mean word there, but it destroys them. That's a nice, calm word to use in that description. And yeah, see, like, that guy's just, he had a 96 slash proc. Like, we could have just, like, kept shooting him and killed him easily, but I did want to see how the slash procs were looking on these guys, so yeah, would I recommend this weapon to you guys? I'm going to say yeah, I would recommend this weapon to you guys, but it's only if you don't have some good full auto weapons that you like to use already. If you don't already use the Prismatic Arcata, you don't already use the Exceltra, etc., then sure, this thing is fine. It's not like the one-size-fits-all best full auto weapon in the game, but it's relatively, it's very nice for Ivara. If you'd like Ivara Prime, or a normal Ivara for that matter, you should definitely get this. It's just a straight-up upgrade to the normal Baza. And as far as Riven dispositions are concerned, they said that they were going to make the ribbons for the Baza Prime and the normal Baza have different stats. It wasn't like that at first, but I'm pretty sure they actually patched that in. Let me check really quick. No, they actually still have the same stats here, so yeah, they haven't changed that yet. They'll probably nerf that when they get back from Christmas break. By the way, guys, DE's on Christmas break, so any stuff that's being used right now, like the Rhino Roar strat, that stuff's staying until next year. They're not going to send people in off their holiday break to fix, like, the tiniest little bug that's not even, like, that big of a deal, okay? So, the Rivens will stay strong in this thing until next year, and the Rhino Roar thing will be here until next year, and all the other stuff that we might have in future videos. So, yeah, I hope you guys found this helpful. Like I said, it's an okay weapon. It's pretty good. It's definitely nothing like, wow, man, I'm glad that we got this one. I definitely would have preferred Daikyu Prime over this, like, 100%. So, yeah, I'll talk to you guys next time. Next video will be either railjack related, Kuva weapon related, or more Prime stuff related. So, I hope that you found it helpful. Please like, share, and subscribe. Trying to hit 1,000 followers on Twitch. So if you have a Twitch channel and you want to check out my channel, I'm trying to push for Warframe partner in the near future. And last time I applied, they denied me because it was just YouTube focused, I guess. So I want to have the two-pronged attack and have a good Twitch channel following and a good YouTube following as far as they're concerned. So please check out the Twitch channel if you have not already, twitch.tv/gaz_ttv. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. please. Peace.